Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sharma, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department, Rajasthan Technical University, Kota. Now I'm going to discuss about the problems based on types of supports. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the fixed support, and now today I am discussing about the two supports. The first is the pin support, and the second one is roller support. Pin support is also known as hinge support. Pin support. The pin support, the symbol of pin support is like that or like that. It is a symbol of pin support, and the roller support is same as pin, including some rollers here. So it is a roller support. The main important thing is the properties of these, the pin support and roller support. The pin support provides vertical reaction, horizontal reaction, but no moment reaction will be there, because pin support allows to bend or rotate. There is no moment reaction for a beam for which the one end is hinge support. So only vertical reaction as well as horizontal reaction may be there, depends on the external phenomena. And roller support is same as pin support. The only thing is that there may be no horizontal reaction will be there, because it allows the translation motion in this direction. So only vertical reaction may be there, or horizontal vertically downward reaction may be there. Same case for pin joint. There may be a vertically upward or vertically downward, or the reaction along x-axis, depends on the type of problem. Maybe this one or maybe this one, type of this problem. And the same, the roller support allows the rotation. So there will be no movement reaction will be there. So I am taking a simple problem having some eccentricity, so we can understand about the concept of the pin joint and roller joint. It is typically a problem it is a pin support and it is roller support, and the combination of this, it is a beam which rests on pin joint and roller support. It is called also simply supported beam, combination of pin and roller joint. And this beam is subjected to a light stiff rod, and the load is here. The values of this is A and B. The effect of these connecting rods are negligible. Only the effect of P is taken into consideration. Suppose it is L by 2 and it is L by 2. Weight of the beam is 0, and if the beam is made by homogeneous material, so the net weight acting at the mid of span, weight of the beam. But in this problem I am taking the weight of the beam is 0, only P is there. So what we have to do, so we just simply use primer knowledge about pin support and roller support. What about this point? It is a eccentric loading problem. I am taking a typical problem. So it is, we can say like that, vertically downward and vertically upward, making a couple. Vertically downward and vertically upward, distance between these two is A. It making a couple, direction is anti-clockwise direction and the magnitude is P into A. So the couple at here is P into A. The remaining force is vertically downward. So remaining force is vertically downward. It is simply a free body diagram of this beam. It is R1, it is R2, and it is nothing but Rx. We can directly say that this beam is subjected to no horizontal force. There is no horizontal force acting on the beam. So means the value of Rx becomes 0. So I am already said that the behavior of the values of reactions depends on the external values of load. If the acting load is 0, reacting load will be 0. So in this case, Rx is 0. So initially, it is simply a structure. So it satisfies the equations of equilibrium. So we can write R1 plus R2 equal to sigma Fy is equal to 0. So R1 plus R2 equal to P. Equation first. Now taking movement with respect to this point. It is a structure. So suppose it is a point A. So it is net movement with respect to A should be 0. So there is a R1, P, couple PA and R2 forces there. Movement due to R1 is 0. Movement due to P. Movement due to P is P into L by 2. Direction clockwise. Externally movement is there. There is externally movement already. It is PA. The direction is anti-clockwise. And the movement due to R2. Movement due to R2 with respect to A. The value is R2 into L. And direction anti-clockwise. So the summation of movements, net clockwise movement is equal to net anti-clockwise movement. So it is a clockwise movement, and so we can write PL by 2 equal to PA plus R2 into L. So we can easily calculate the value of R2, and using the R2 in equation 1, we can calculate the value of R1. If the value of R1 and R2, or separately R1 or R2, suppose the value of R2 becomes negative, so means the direction of reaction R2 is not vertically upward, it is vertically downward, because initially I am taking the direction of reaction is vertically upward. If the answer of R1 is negative, means the direction of reaction is not vertically upward, it must be vertically downward. It is to keep to note. So the property of the pin and roller joint. In the very important, the problem for pin and roller is, very important problem for pin and roller is nothing. This is the simple example just to understand the concept of pin and roller joint. It is simply supported beam, and this beam is subjected to, it is a beam, and it is subjected to axial load is there P. Axial load is there P, and distance is given this one. So first of all, we have to draw the free body diagram for this beam. So it is vertically reaction may be, horizontal reaction may be, For roller support, vertical reaction may be. And this is the horizontal force. Actually, force is P is the acting force. There is no reacting force at this there because it's allow the translation motion. So, using the equations of equilibrium, Fx summation is 0. So, we can write the Rx equal to P because this pin joint, this pin is prevent to slide this beam along this direction. Otherwise, if the pin is not there, the beam slides over the roller support. So, because it is simply a beam. So, Rx equal to P. First of all is this one. Second one is Fy is equal to 0. What Fy is equal to 0? So, suppose it is R1 and it is R2. So, in this problem, there is no vertically force acting on the beam. There is no vertically force acting on the beam, means there is no vertical reaction. So, we can directly put it here, the value of R1 and value of R2 becomes 0. But what is the important for this problem? The important problem, the phenomena of this problem is nothing. Suppose the cross section area of this beam, the cross section area of this beam is A, and it is a P point. It is P to is load is here. It is suppose M point. It is N, and it is a Q point. M and Q. M and Q. Now the question is the stress induced at this cross section. Stress induced at this cross section. So stress induced at this cross section is nothing, resistance force upon area. This is the average stress induced at this cross section. If we want to calculate the stress induced at here, sigma 22, the resistance force, there is no resistance force because this portion can easily move over the roller support. So the reaction resisting force occurs only in this part. In this part there is no reacting force. So the no reacting force means no resistance force. No resistance means no stress induced in this part because it can move, it can slide, right? So it is the main important thing is there. So each and every cross section, if the cross section is similar, so the sigma is nothing but P upon A, P upon A, P upon A. If the cross section is differ, so we can easily calculate. So the value of stress, right? So it is the pin and roller. Now I am taking a last problem, the combination problem. Combination problem. It is important problem. In the combination problem, nothing like that. It is a beam. In support, it is a pin support, load is here, and it is hinged or pin. It is fixed. So it is clamp joint, hinge joint, and pin joint. These are the combination. So suppose it is L by 3 and it is 2L by 3. So what we want to calculate? So first of all, we just draw the free body diagram for this beam. First of all, the main property, actually hinge joint is the vertically force, the shear force simply may transfer, but the main property of pinch joint is the moment reaction must be 0. So the moment with respect to, suppose it is A point. So moment with respect to A must be 0. That is very important property of pinch joint or roller joint. So we can simply say it is a hinge, it is P, and this one is the vertically reaction is R1. As per, we can simply say there is no horizontal force, so means the horizontal reaction must be 0. Directly we can say it, and it is P. So we just write using the moment equation with respect to this. So PL by 3 moment due to P with respect to this point. PL by 3 direction clockwise. Moment due to R1 L direction anti-clockwise. So net clockwise is equal to net anti-clockwise moment. So we can directly say so R1 is nothing but P by 3. So R1 we have obtained, R1 is P1 P by 3. Now the property of this joint, is vertical reaction may be there, the vertical reaction may be there, horizontal may be there, and also the moment must be there. And it is simply a beam. Load is, it is P, it is I'm again saying it is again L. So, and it is R1, it is P by 3. It is here is L by 3, it is 12 by 3, it is L. It is R2, it is R3, it is M0. We can directly say it R3 becomes 0 because there is no horizontal acting force acting on the beam. So R3 becomes 0. So sigma Fy is equal to 0 gives, sigma Fy is equal to 0 gives R2 plus R1 equal to P. And R1 is P by 3. So R2 is nothing but 2P by 3. So R2 is calculated, R1 calculated. Now what about M0? What about M0? So we can directly, we can use the net moment with respect to, suppose this point is the P point, Q point. MQ is equal to 0. So the net moment is nothing. What type of M0? So we can calculate the moment reaction using the equation of moment balance. So we will discuss this problem into the next lecture due to the some limitation of time. We can discuss this problem again in the next lecture. Thank you.